We don't have to look very far to realize that addiction is prevalent in Franklin County. News of unintentional overdoses and spiraling drug use have been a top headline for far too long. And it's why a new campaign, Recover for Life, has vowed to walk alongside those struggling to recover. We learn more today in this sponsored segment. Chris Hayes is a peer support specialist with Franklin County Public Health, joining me today, and it is so great to have you with us, Chris.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's start with some background and your role. First of all, what is a peer supporter, Chris?
Peer supporters are people with lived experience, either in addiction recovery, mental health recovery, or family members that have dealt with both those things, that have had success in their journey and then walk alongside other people that are wanting to have recovery in their life and kind of hold their hand through the process, be there for them, become an advocate for them.
I love that. And so talk about why that is so helpful. Why is that something that someone struggling would really benefit from having?
The good thing about peer support, we're not clinical, we're personal. So through our lived experience, through going through what they're going through now, we have a better ability to be empathetic over like sympathetic with somebody. Because we've been there, right? And we can talk real talk with them. We also know like what it's like on a daily basis and how different it is for people, especially in addiction recovery, like how different that is than, say, recovery from other diseases.
All right, Chris, let's go back then a step before that. Why did you become a peer supporter? Why did you think this was going to be part of even your journey as you're overcoming this?
Yeah, so never in my life did I think I would be doing this work. I was in publishing most of my adult life. And then, I kind of blew up my life. Things went sour in my world, and I didn't know how to handle them mentally, emotionally. And drugs became a crutch, and then ended up taking over my life. And in that journey, so I met so many people who had similar experiences, and they have no other mechanism to deal with stuff. So when they find drugs, alcohol, sex, you name it, like it takes over because it's healing what really needs healed inside. So after I found my way into recovery and had some success after a while, like sharing that with other people and helping be there for people and advocate for people that have no say in the world, like really became a passion of mine.
And it's great to see. It's great to see the other side of that. And I'm sure that's very motivating, right, for anybody who's going through that. What do you wish people knew more about addiction, Chris? Because there are still, a lot of misconceptions, a lot of stereotypes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. One, people are more than their addiction. It's not a choice. It's a disease. I firmly believed it was a choice until I got into this world and understand how, like, once I started, I couldn't stop. And then once you understand the disease of addiction, it's just like any other disease, right? It's a long process. And it's, we don't get cured from this disease. It's like having cancer. It can always come back. But in the meantime, just like cancer, you can do things to take care of yourself, to keep your recovery, your disease in remission.
And all of this, all that we've talked about really ties in with this campaign. It's called Recover for Life, going on all over Franklin County. Can you tell us a bit more about that one, Chris?
The Recover for Life campaign is really about stopping overdoses. It started with really trying to lower the overdoses from opioids, and now it's just moved to all kind of overdoses now that we see fentanyl in all of the drug supply. What my job is a part of that. Like, we have peer support. Under that, we have harm reduction. So under that, we try to keep people alive long enough that they can make better decisions for themselves. So whether that's supplying them with Narcan, fentanyl test strips, to make sure whatever they're using isn't laced. In my world, we've talked a lot about what peer support do, but it's also about connecting people to the resources that are out there. Just really building other people's recovery capital and seeing that like a life can be had without drugs and alcohol. a life can be had if you have severe and persistent mental health. Like, there is life to be lived out there.
All right, a great message to get out today. And I want to say to anyone out there that the peer support resources are free. You can find out about that. You can connect with Chris, connect with others like him on the website, FranklinCountyRecovers.com. Chris, we are so glad you're doing great today. Thank you for bringing us this message.
Hey, thank you so much for having us today. We appreciate it.